I feel so alone. Well, I kind of am at the moment, but Mr. Travis Wright might show up. I do have a guest, though, and Mr. Travis Wright is actually overseas and might be recovering from jet lag, might not have very good bandwidth. There's any number of excuses that I am hosting today's Nifty Show number 13 with my guest, Mr. Michael Blu from Uplift.art. It's going to be great. Stick around. Let's go.
Looking into the future, what do we see? It's lined with digital collectibles, we call them NFTs. Games, trading cards, digital art, and those crypto kitties. Travis and Joel are the hosts, you'll know. Travis and Joel say this won't blow. They're locked and loaded, so ready, set, go! It's the Nifty, really kind of spiffy. The Nifty Show.
And it is the Nifty Show number 13. I am Joel Comm, and usually this is where I would say that's Travis Wright. But like I said, Travis might not have the bandwidth to join us today. Then again, he might pop in out of nowhere and surprise us, and that would be great as well. But regardless, I'm glad that you guys are here checking in on Theta to make sure that things are doing the thing that they're supposed to be doing right now, and on YouTube as well. Yep, we're live. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. I've been having some problems with Theta recently, and I'm not sure what the deal is with that. In fact, it appears it's not working at the moment. So YouTube only today. YouTube only. Okay, so this is a gentleman today that I want to bring you that that I met a little over 2 weeks ago. I want to say his name is Michael Blu, and Michael, not only Semper Fi for being a Marine, once a Marine, always a Marine. He's a full-time father. He's a devoted husband, and he is all about this motto that I'm wearing on my shirt: do good stuff. That's my brand. He's got a brand of his own. It's called Uplift Nation, upliftnation.io. And he's all about using the future of digital collectibles for good stuff. We're bringing philanthropic philanthropy, big words, doing good, charity, helping people out. And his site, uplift.art, is the vehicle for funding Uplift Nation. M Blue is what he goes by. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yeah, looking forward to having some fun here. But yeah, so Uplift.art will be the funding vehicle for Uplift Nation. So we haven't actually launched, and it's a proof of concept. So
well, we got to start somewhere, right? And everybody who is in this NFT space now, whether you are a producer of NFTs or a consumer of NFTs, you're a pioneer, right? You don't have to be, making NFTs. If you're buying the stuff that is being put out there by creators, you're a pioneer. You're here at the beginning of this, and years from now, you'll be, your grandchildren will. NFTs, digital collectibles, will be everywhere. It'll be a normal part of life of what they collect, buy, sell, and trade. And you'll be like, hey, get here on my knee. Once upon a time, there were these things called blockchain heroes, and they'll be like, oh yeah, those are classic. We've known about those forever, because we'll be in pack release number 135 of blockchain here. Oh man, maybe, God willing, knock on wood.
Oh, I get it, man. I get it. I was telling my wife, I don't know, a week ago or so, because I was so stoked, right? I got the first NFT music video on the blockchain, right? It's like woo, it's like, but I tell her and she goes, she's Italian, amore, okay. Like, it didn't mean anything to her, right?
What you talking about? I don't understand what this NFTs and the music videos. So come on now.
Right. So, it's like, and then you get, well, can't somebody just like screen record it? And I go, yeah, but, try selling it, right? It's like, it's like trying to sell the Mona Lisa, right? Like you can get a really nice artist to do their version of it, or, copy it. But if you try to sell that Mona Lisa, well, good luck, right?
Well, if you try to walk out of the Louvre with it too, they might stop you.
Yeah,
have you been to see it at the Louvre?
I have. Yeah, it's
I
been a
mean,
long
it's
time.
amazing how small it is, right? It's this big room, and at the end of the room, there's this glass case that, of course, is, protected by, I don't even know how thick it is. And there it is up on the wall, and everybody's just standing there looking at this little painting, and she's looking back. That's it.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be bigger too. You just have this thinking that it's
That's what
just like,
she said. I'm sorry, never mind. Sorry you set that up. Hey, why don't you give us a little bit more of your background and your bio?
boy, wow. I've worn many hats. I've been a carpenter, you know, ditch digger. There's a period in my life where I was actually doing roofing, and one job in particular. Uh,
Wait. You were doing roofies? What?
yeah,
That's
roofies.
not,
Yeah,
you weren't giving
yeah, I was handing
roofies
them
to
out
people.
at parties, right? No, I was I was roofing, right? So, um, and funny enough, I was a rock star wannabe in Los Angeles for, many years, and we had a cult following, and played all over the place, right? House of Blues, Troubadour, you named it, we played it. And of course, we're going to be these, supernova mega stars, right? We're the best badass rock band in the world, damn it. And then about 5 years into it, the band just broke apart. I went into a depression. I left LA. I ended up in Oregon. Um, and next thing you know, I was, taking off layers on roofs, right? Taking the layers off so then we could, put new roofs on top. And I remember it was winter, it was rainy, it was wet, it was almost freezing. I almost fell off the roof 16 times. And I go back home. I was actually living, I was, boy, 29. And I was actually living with my mom now, right? So I was this rock star dude in LA, had the life. Now I'm living with mom, working for $13 an hour, ripping off roofs. And I came home from this job and I looked in the mirror and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, yes, I was like as low as you can get. And then I sat down at my mom's computer, opened up my Yahoo mail back then, and hadn't checked it for months, right? And I had all these unanswered emails. But the most recent one was a forward from a .it address, which I didn't know .it. I knew .com and .net. And it was a forward from my band that forwarded a message to me. And it was actually my wife now, who was at the last concert I did at the Hollywood gig. And I opened it and I just immediately go, I've been waiting for you. So this started up a whole long, 3-month email romance. Finally got her here, married her, 3 kids later. It's been 20 years of just, being married to my soulmate. But yeah, so
Glad you didn't
after,
fall off the roof, and that you're here today, because that could have been really bad.
yeah, but what happened is that, I hit the low, right? And then I met Francesca and she gave me purpose, right? It's like, holy shit, here's my soulmate. What do I need to do as a man to have that, right? So I'm not really having much. I went to college, but never finished, right? I've done a lot of things and never finished, right? So that's kind of been a theme. So I went into sales because, my father said, hey, if you can master sales, you can write your ticket, right? So I did really well in sales, ended up in LA working at a precious metal brokerage, did really well. Top of the, it's like, if you've ever watched the movie, it was a Boiler Room.
Mm-hmm.
And anyways, it was just, high intense sales, but, making a shitload of money. And, I was the number one salesman in the room and just kicking ass, right? And I really loved precious metals, dove into it, learned everything I could, opened up my own brokerage, did really well, until I was hearing about this Bitcoin from a few random clients every so often. And I didn't really know a lot about it. I heard all of the horror story. I heard the bad press, right? So I was giving all of my clients really bad advice, right? I said, stay away from it. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. It sounds like a scam to me, until something came across my desk, and I ended up clicking on and reading the Bitcoin white paper. A common story, right? You read it and the light kind of flashes on. So shortly after that, not because of Bitcoin, but just because I was tired of selling precious metals. And, it's a fear story, right? You got to buy gold and silver because the dollar's collapsing, right? Which I think is a possibility, right? At some point.
Well, finally, I mean, people have been saying that from, their rooftops for decades now. And so don't be surprised when the value of the dollar goes down, because they're printing billions and billions and billions and billions, and precious metals go up. Shocker.
It's inevitable. I mean, it's history repeating. I mean, the average lifespan for a fiat currency is something like 44 years, right?
So we're long overdue.
Yeah, we're overdue. So, they have technological innovations that can help stretch things out longer, right? And, tons of corruption and manipulation, keeping the system kind of bandaged together. But at some point, and it could be soon, we're going to see a whole new monetary policy emerge. And I really feel that that's going to be, coupling not necessarily Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency and blockchain.
So let me ask you this: after having done so much in the world of not crypto, you get into crypto, and then you discover non-fungible tokens and digital collectibles. And when was that? And what did you think when you first caught on to this idea?
I got involved in the CryptoKitties bubble fiasco, but it was fun, right?
There's one right over my my right shoulder. There he is.
Yeah.
That's the one that sold for ridiculous sums of ETH.
Wow. Yeah, that's a beauty. So that was like, that was my holy shit. There's no stopping this space, right? It's just, it's just a matter of time, maturity, innovation, and technological advancements, increasing, which will happen naturally. But now, boom, we're into the Wax blockchain, which is fixed, the main issues with the Ethereum blockchain and NFTs. And, wow. And then you got, have you heard of the blockchain heroes?
Heard of them. Yeah. I've only been living and breathing and sleeping and eating blockchain heroes for the last 3 months, and I still am. Today I was preparing for our next hero report on Wednesday night, because we're not stopping, we're just starting. More about that later. More about you now. So how are you entering into the space? What is Uplift.art?
Well, Uplift.art is a branch of upliftnation.io, which is a 501c3, started about 14 months ago. After, I've been on a 4-year-long journey of adoption. We finally, after 4 years, have brought home our 9-year-old daughter from Haiti. She's right there to my, well, depends on where you're looking. Yeah, right there. That's Island. And she's 9. She was probably 8 in that photo. Mm-hmm. That's the creche that she's at, and some of her friends at the creche. That's Francesca there, is the backside of her. We could have adopted all of those children. When you go there, when you go to a creche, which is another name for orphanage, right? Mm-hmm. They're called creches in Haiti. And you go to these places, and these kids are just so starved for affection and attention.
They're right? So beautiful. They're just, look at them, so innocent, in spite of what, the level of lifestyle that they're accustomed to, right?
Oh yeah.
They're they're just such kids, though.
Well, and this is an interesting story. If you go to upliftnation.io, there's somewhere on there's the origin story, right? The thing that just right. It's the one on the left there. Yeah.
And you guys can check these out. Make sure that you go, after we're done here, to visit the sites that we're going to talk about and check out the videos and the projects.
Yeah. So that video, the first day of Uplift Nation is this was like the capstone you know, for some reason, going to Haiti and this 4-year adoption, my wife and I just knew that something philanthropic was going to open up for us, right? We didn't know what it looked like or how. But when on my last day in Haiti, I spent my 50th birthday in Haiti to spend with Islan. On my last day, my driver, who up until this time was just my driver, right? Nice guy, but I didn't really know him, right? And then it came to be known that he was the director of another orphanage, another creche in Haiti. And he took me to his creche before I had to go to the airport. And Islan's creche was considered one of the nicer orphanages in Haiti, right? Even though it's the nicer one, if it was in America, it would have been shut down yesterday, right? Just for the living standards and how it's run and all that good stuff, right? His creche was, I mean, there was no glass on most of the windows. It was, I mean, it was, watch the video. But in a nutshell, on that last day, I had given all of my toys and gifts and food away to Islan's creche. And, you know, it was like a big party, right? All the kids getting these yo-yos and candy and just things, right? Mm-hmm. So I'd given everything away because I was on my way to the airport, just gave it all away, right? Had fun. And then I go to his creche, which I didn't know I was going to his creche until we were driving towards the airport and we had some time. And the kids were just so beautiful and welcoming and loving. And I was going, shit, I gave it, you know, I came with a big suitcase full of goodies, right, for these kids. And I was like, I didn't save anything for these guys, right? It's like, my heart was just breaking because I wanted to give them something. And Francesca packed me an emergency bag of cashews, right? And that was, I was still in my backpack. I had that just because I got hungry on the flight, if I had layovers and stuff. And so it was a pretty good size of cashews, right? And then so I go, God, do I have anything? And so I reached into my bag and I took out the bag of cashews and opened it up and was sharing with the kids, and they were just so thrilled to have cashews, right? It was you know, it was beautiful and heartbreaking at the same time. And then
I think that's Mr. Travis Wright trying to join us right there.
Beautiful.
Stop it. Hi, Travis.
Hey, my internet, I can't see any video, but I am here. Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's doing nice and nifty.
Well, say hi to Michael Blu. Michael is from upliftnation.io and uplift.art. And he's telling the story of how he started his thing.
Well, that's awesome. I'm already uplifted just hearing about it.
Awesome. Yeah. Glad you're here, man. Good stuff. You guys are doing incredible things, and it's inspiration. And we're doing good stuff now.
Good stuff. Yeah. So please keep going. Let's get to the Uplift Art. What, you know, you saw the need, you know, for the kids in Haiti. You adopted one. You know, the need was so great. You learn about NFTs, and then you're like, all right, how do we fund Uplift Nation?
Exactly. So, you know, first of all, I saw an immediate need for blockchain in the charitable space, because after the tsunami in Haiti about 11 years ago, they received billions and billions of dollars in funding for rebuilding. And you go there and you go, you know, where the hell did that money go? Because it's just, everything is in rubble still, right? It's
corruption.
Like, yeah, right.
Lots
and so I was thinking blockchain, man, and we can build these charitable rails that are transparent, auditable. I was thinking, you know, can you imagine somebody donating $1,000 or $1 million or even $1 billion, right? And you can actually see the life of those funds from bringing them into fruition, right? I mean, how beautiful would that be? And as a giver, I could be on that ride, that journey of fulfillment, right? And seeing that water well, or seeing that school being built, knowing that, you know, you built a 1/32 of that or something, right? So that's the big vision for Uplift Nation, and we've got an incredible community helping us build it. It's a decentralized autonomous community, so anybody is charitable minded and they want to get in and help build, or if you've got a superpower, come in and just, you know, blaze away, man. It's, you know, be as big as you want. But you know, we didn't want to use donated funds for operations or to build the rails, right? I always wanted to be able to create some sort of revenue model to do all that stuff. You know, even charitable organizations, they have expenses, right? It's a business. So you need operating costs, you need, you know, technology costs, since we're in the technology business. So I wanted to figure out a way to do this without using donated money for it. Mm-hmm. So thinking of, you know, NFTs and wax, and being a musician myself, and you know, a striving artist wannabe, you know, I this lockdown has led me to drawing more and more, and I'm actually liking what I do. So so this Uplift.art is going to be launched on the 28th, and it's a 72-hour art auction, with the winning piece being the one of one rare original My Bitcoin Bull. The rare one is, if you scroll down a little bit further, you'll see that one right there is the one of one original.
Okay, so this is the world's first NFT music video on blockchain, right?
Yes, sir.
How long is this piece?
It's right around 3 minutes.
Okay, you know what? Look, can we play it? Is that all right with you?
Sure can.
All right, let's do it.
My Bitcoin Bull is all I have left. Sold my house, my gold, no less. The wolves are circling my idling hands, but this man's much stronger than the average man. My dreams may be futile, oh, this you say, while my Bitcoin Bull keeps charging away.
The world's first ever created music video on blockchain. Don't know if it's ever been played live on the stream before, so this might also be the world debut of that.
Somebody NFT it.
So, all right. Somebody mentioned that this is like MTV in the 80s, right? Your artwork is obviously inspired by what we, grew up with. But you're auctioning this for charity. This is a one of one. And then you have these here. What am I looking at here at these three?
Okay. The one on the far left there, the MBB VB, and it says limited only, available for 72 hours during the auction. So that's a variation of the one we just saw. It's modified a little bit. There's a few extra whiz bangs in there.
Is it a shorter version?
No, it's the same length, but it's just a little bit different. The okay. Bridge is different.
Okay.
For the most part. And so that one will be.
Travis, did you want to say something?
No, I actually have my internet connection is pretty bad, but there was a perfect moment to sing that song. I want my NFT. But that was like a couple minutes ago, so it's not nearly as funny now.
It's still funny.
we're gonna have to do that version.
Yeah,
that would be great.
I want my.
Yeah.
Look at that hero. That's the way you do it. You put them on blockchain on that NFT.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so the one on the left is limited, and if they donate 30 wax or more, they get this?
Yeah, so basically, nobody's even donating anything. They're buying this. It's the VB version, and they're buying it for 30 wax or more, right? Okay. And so somebody might say, well, why the hell would I pay more than 30 wax for it, right? Good question. Well, if you look at the rare MBB remix, that'll be limited to 18 pieces only.
So this is a similar song, similar artwork.
It's a remix.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So just let it roll for 1 second so you can hear it kick in.
My Bitcoin gold is all I have lived. Sold my house, my gold no less. The wolves are circling my huddling hands, but this man's much stronger than the average man.
What? So at first I thought that was Trump in there that you have, but that's Jamie Dimon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so how does this one get distributed?
Okay, so basically the three highest pairs in Wax P, as well as 3 random participants during each 24-hour auction period, will redeem this version, the remix. So that's why somebody like a collector or somebody that sees value in this will want to pay more than just the minimum, right? Because there's going to be a leaderboard, and so every 24 hours we'll have 3 top winners, the 3 highest pairs will get this remix.
Nice.
And then also 3 random participants, even, no matter how much you pay, you could, like a lottery, like you could win the remix. So there'll be a total of 18 of these pieces distributed throughout the 72-hour period.
Okay. And then we've got the special edition MBB Cold.
My Bitcoin gold is all I have lived. Sold my house, my gold.
Somebody said that the song is reminiscent of Old Town Road.
Yes. Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah. This is a 30-second video. The highest 3 contributors of Wax P, as well as 3 random participants, will get to also get this MBB Gold audio card.
Correct.
So here's my question. Do these, when these are going to be on Atomic Hub, right? Because these are going to be atomic assets. Can you play? I've not seen anybody do an NFT that plays music and video yet. Everything's a GIF. So is that going to work? No,
it already works. If you go to Atomic Hub and you search Uplift.art.
Oh, okay.
You'll find it there, and it plays video, audio.
Let's see. Uplift.
Thank you, Jonah.
Art.
Jonah. Atomic.
Those guys are great. They're so freaking awesome. All right, so here's Uplift Art and view on the market, or no, these are them right here.
Those are, okay, you want to go down. Okay, there you go. And then it's right there at the bottom. The bottom.
This one right here.
Yeah, that's the original.
How do I actually?
There
we go.
There you go. And then if you click play and then unmute it.
There it is. That is super cool. Hey, Mr. Travis Wright, we need to take some of our video clips and turn them into NFTs for Bad Crypto.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That looks really cool, guy. I mean, I tell you what, that's not a lot of people are doing that yet. But think of all the different capabilities and the use cases for little video clips as NFTs. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, you know, and also what I was thinking here, think about this for a second. You know, somebody mentioned MTV, right? Well, imagine an MTV type of a platform where artists release their singles in this format, right? Can you imagine like a well-known band? Let's say Ed Sheeran for a second, right? He has 70 million fans.
Is that all? I mean, we have at least 12. So come on, Ed, step up.
No, but think about this. Imagine, I bet you 1% of his audience knows about crypto, right? Let's say 1%. I'm sure it's higher because it's a younger crowd. Let's say 1%. So that's 700,000 people that could potentially play in this market. So let's say, for example, Ed Sheeran does his next single, does a pre-release of the single going worldwide and says to his audience, hey guys, I'm doing something different this time. I'm going to release this single as a music video, NFT on the blockchain. Don't worry about the lingo. But in a nutshell, we're only going to have 100,000 of these. First come, first serve. Good luck. Go.
Right.
So those people are going to go mad over that. Can you imagine 700,000 people scrambling to get that? You know, and then the collection within the collection, right? So I think that this is going to blow up at some point. And this is a proof of concept. Like I did the music, I did the art and the video, but my intention is to onboard greater artists than I and release something of, you know, tremendous value. So I just want to show that this works, right? That's my primary thing right now is let's get this working so I can show the Ed Sheerans of the world.
I just hear NFTs killed the trading card star.
No, I was thinking, what about NFTV?
I want my
NFTV. I love it. Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, we're gonna have to work on this together. I mean,
you're really working on some stuff. That's great. NFTV.
Yeah.
These little videos. But we have a really big idea that we've not even shared with anybody yet about some music stuff as well. So we could definitely potentially do some collaborations. Definitely, maybe.
I'd love it. Hey, well, I'm all about that. You know, I'm here to save the world, man.
I freaking love it. Well, so let's talk a moment about the sale itself. I'm going to put this up again so you can tell people the how, what, when, where, and why. We really have the why, but the how.
Okay, so on the 28th, everybody in the wax community is going to flock to Uplift.art. Okay, they're going to log in with their wallet. They're going to go to the button that says pay what you want in WaxP for this historical NFT.
Pay what you want in WaxP for this historical NFT.
Yes, I got to put that soundbite up. So they're gonna put in their 30 times 10 or 100, or if you can afford it, times 1,000. Okay, I know that there's one massive wax whale out there that wants to help me save the world. I'm just joking. I've got a hell of a crew that's on this journey with me. So it's just not me saving the world, guys. I'm just joking here. But okay, so give what you want, 30 WaxP minimum, get your historical, video NFT, and you can be the random winner of the remix. You can be the random winner of the MBB Gold. If you're the highest payer of the entire 72-hour event, you win the original one of one My Bitcoin Bull video V, which is the first one ever. So I think I think that has some meaning, whether you like the music or the art. I think just being first will add value to that bad boy.
This is great fun. I know I'm going to support this, and we want to encourage those of you out there to also. So how, where's the accountability then in terms of the finances for, because you're saying that this is going to support, I'm assuming upliftnation.io is a 501c3.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. And so this is a crowdfunding to build those rails that we need to create the platform so that we can have, onboarding. We've got upliftdao.com, which is the beginning social site. So people will come to Uplift Nation. They've got a cause, right? So every time that there's a fire somewhere or a flood somewhere or something happening, people flock to the crypto space and they say, here's an address, send what you can to this, fire in Uganda, quick. But, you say, like, how do I know if I give money to that random address that it's really going to go to help the cause in need, right? So we're building a platform to where these types of things can be vetted by the decentralized community that's involved with it. They can ask questions. The person wanting funding will create a profile. They'll create their cause, right? And they'll present it almost like a business plan, right? This is what we need. This is what we're going to do. And then if it's a brand new charitable entity within the ecosystem, they'll get a test, right? We're not going to give them the full amount. We're going to give them a test and see what they come back with. And so over time, they grow, reputation in a sense. I don't know if we're going to call it reputation or what, but they'll get trust points over time to where it's easier for these charities to get money for their causes, or individuals that have causes. But if they can prove to the community that it's authentic and legitimate, and then the blockchain rails and the functions of it to where you can actually in the future track those funds that you gave and see how that they were used.
That's great, Michael. We wish you the best with this, and hope you guys will mark on your calendar. We are not tribal when it comes to the NFT space. Both Travis and I are rising tide lifts all boats. You see people that they hate on one project or another. We want to support everybody that's doing something cool and innovative that's going to bring value to the space. And you're doubling down on bringing value because you're creating something original and you're using the funds for philanthropic purposes. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Real honor.
Really looking forward to seeing where this can go. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this. And man, this space is just getting started. Here we are now, static NFTs to animated GIF NFTs. Here we are, multimedia NFTs. Boy.
Well, here's the thing. Here's where it gets really exciting, is that there's no reason why you can't release full-fledged movies or animations as NFTs. Right. Like, production companies could do a pre-release launch crowdfunding, right? They give the first act, right? And so it's really getting people's attention and motivations.
Well, you and I talked about this a little bit offline, and Travis and I have been, even before we created Blockchain Heroes, we started creating a vision for what could come next. And it certainly falls into this arena. So we'll have to chat some more about this.
Yes. Yeah, I'd love to. Looking forward to it.
Cool. Thanks, Michael. We appreciate you. I'll catch up with you soon.
All right. Thanks, guys, man. Keep doing what you do. It's awesome.
Rock on, brother. Uplift.art. Mr. Travis Wright, you have no camera at all? Your bandwidth won't support for us to see
I'm barely hanging on by like my pinky toenail.
How do you even, I know people want to see you.
Well, they know what I look like.
I don't. I've forgotten already.
Maybe they don't know.
I haven't seen you in at least 24 hours. I can't remember what you look like. Which one are you over my shoulder here? Are you a good-looking guy?
I'm the one in the hat.
Oh, I'm actually wearing the same shirt that I'm wearing in that NFT.
Hey, that's nice.
So Travis, somebody in the YouTube had a great idea to save Blockchain Heroes memories as NFT videos. So, I've got the video from the last week's Hero Report where Brawin opened up the secret smoke.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
So I'm going to grab that video and edit it and put a cool, like maybe put it on a card and see if I can make an NFT out of it.
Wow, that's really interesting. I've not actually. I know you clicked it, so basically it's just what, like a QuickTime file or an MP4 embedded into the website.
Yeah, it's just, in fact, you could probably, if I go to the site here, you could probably look at the metadata and see exactly what it is. So let me do that. I'm going to share the screen here. This is the share for my Bitcoin Bull. And yeah, so right here in the immutable attributes, you can see the static image, and then there's a video attribute that you create. And I guess it works like it's IPFS because it looks like it's the same type of code there.
There we go. That's really awesome. So imagine all the next level things that could be done.
I'll test it and report back to you, good sir.
Yeah. Next level, second level, third level.
All the levels. I feel like we need to level up. So Travis, you might, because you've been on a plane and now you're overseas, you might not have seen the big news today from collectibles.io. Did you?
I have not, but I am in the future.
Okay. Well, while you're being in the future, I'm going to pull up this tweet that Saeed Joffrey of collectibles.io posted this morning. Excited to announce that our company will be acquired by Metal. We'll be working even harder to make blocks and collectibles more accessible to the everyday user. Keep an eye out for metalpay.com as we transform digital banking through a cross-chain platform.
Wow. You know what? That guy's really sharp. I knew it was just a matter of time until somebody wanted to scoop up that guy. And, what a great idea. We use blocks.io pretty much all the time when we're looking at our wallets and stuff to see what's in there. I know I'll go there quite regularly just to see what's up. And Collectibles has been killing it. He's a sharp guy. Not surprised somebody acquired him.
Yeah. So,
I'm pretty sure he's a one-man band, isn't he?
I don't know if he's a one-man band or not, but he is brilliant, and Collectibles and Blocks are a great site. What I discovered is that Metal is also built on EOS.io, just like Wax is. So that's part of their interest is, I think it's called Proton. The chain is called Proton. I asked Jonah about it. Yeah, the chain's called Proton. Metal runs on it. And I guess just like Wax.
That's pretty metal. Pretty heavy metal right there.
So
too much metal for one hand.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of acquisitions in the space because you're going to have these companies looking at what's happening in the NFT world, and they're going to want to play in that. And what's the easiest thing to do, right?
Buy the talent, acqui-hire.
Exactly.
So there's a conversation you and I need to have offline about some potential partnerships and people that we're working with to maybe solidify something.
You want to buy me out?
I'm gonna. No, I think that we should partner with solidify some additional partnerships before some people come in and try to snag them all up, and then we'll be hosed, but we wouldn't have our resources.
I don't want to get hosed. Other news, Mr. Travis Wright, and we'll talk about this more in the next Hero Report, but the Felonious Cogs have been distributed. That should be his whole name, Felonious Cogs.
Oh, that's good. Well, that wouldn't be his last name, it'd be Felonious Cog.
Yeah, Felonious Cog. Almost sounds like a villain name. So you should have your team cog in your wallet, and 20 people were rewarded with one randomly today.
Probably one of the most beautiful cogs out of all the cogs.
It is. It's quite coggy.
We do say so ourselves. Yeah, I'm sitting here drinking a delicious beer in Albania. I really
want to see where you are. Come on, give us some video.
I'm at a restaurant.
Travis Wright in a restaurant. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh, there you are.
It doesn't matter. I see here I am. It's nice.
It works. Hi.
It's Tatiana.
Hi, Tatiana. Everybody say hi to Tatiana in Albania.
Hello,
Tatiana. Are you learning Albanian?
We're learning Albanian beer. Bira Tirana beer.
So it's nighttime there.
It's almost midnight.
Oh.
So it's funny. So when I rented my car today, The guy was like, so to let you know, the driving style here in Albania is emotionally aggressive.
What? What does that even?
You can tell exactly what that means.
So people are like,
would just speed by you and be like, get the hell out of my way. Oh, yeah.
A lot of horns honking.
A lot of horns honking. People getting right on your ass for no reason, driving up super fast, wanting you to move over. Just craziness.
You look reasonably rested for having had a long flight.
I took a nap.
Yeah, good for you. So
I was able to sleep on the plane a little bit too.
What was
because that's the whole great thing about flying internationally right now is pretty much you get a whole row to yourself.
Really? So you don't even need a first class upgrade.
There's no way you don't need a first. I mean, seriously, on my flight from Chicago to London, which was my main flight, about 6 or 7 hours. I mean, I think I slept probably 5 hours. I laid down across all 3 seats and was out. There's a lot of places Americans can go. You just can't go in Europe, but you can pass through some of the Europe cities, except in Germany. I don't think you can go through Germany, but you can go through Heathrow pretty easily.
So for those who don't know, because I didn't know exactly where Albania was, I'm pulling it up.
It is north of
Google
Greece.
Maps. Right
north
here.
of Greece and east of Italy.
So did you fly into Tirana?
Yep, in Tirana.
That's where you are?
What was funny was when I was checking in, the lady was like, oh, here you go, Toronto. You don't have a flight to Toronto. Like, no, Tirana. I don't have that. I need to go to Tirana.
I think Croatia is open for Americans too.
Yeah, some of those around there. Yeah, if you have them, I think some of them are opening up. But I'll tell you what, I've never flown into a place that has a more beautiful surroundings than this because there's mountains, rivers, and there's like the big Adriatic Sea or whatever that is in between Italy and in the Mediterranean. So beautiful. Oh my goodness. I haven't even really got to explore yet. So looking forward to doing that.
Are you going to be inspired to make an Albanian NFT for your win NFTs?
I don't know. If I see something that inspires it, maybe so.
Yeah.
Maybe I can check in on a new app.
So Travis, next week there won't be a Nifty show. Do you know why?
Probably because of NFT day.
Because it's NFT day. It's not. Forget the show. We're basically the show is going to be all day long. All day long. NFT. Yeah. If you guys haven't gotten your tickets yet, we talked to our partner Jeremy Bourne at Coin Genius, and there's a lot of registrations. And I'm gonna share the screen. Trav, go ahead and mute yourself for a second because I'm getting feedback. NFTday.com will take you right here. Get your tickets. We are hosting and emceeing. Travis will find really good bandwidth for that day. And these are just some of the speakers.
Hey, wait a second. I want to make a comment. We're normal sized people now.
We're what?
Our image is normal sized people.
Oh, right. It was stretched out before.
Yeah.
We were
Isn't that
double
logo
wide.
so beautiful? It's such a beautiful logo. Scroll down. I want to see the logo. Oh.
So nice. So we're going to be interviewing William Quigley. We're going to be interviewing Tobin Lent. Jody Rich is going to be there. Duncan Cock-Foster from Nifty Gateway. Devin Finzer from OpenSea. Travis is drawing on the screen. And you can see a lot of the sponsors that are going to be there. Hey, Travis, New York opened. Manhattan opened. Part of Manhattan opened up in Upland.
I heard that.
Yeah.
What are they going for?
So all kinds of prices, but I have to show you what I bought. Because I had some UPX reserved for, and my explorer has been, just exploring Manhattan, waiting for the opportunity. And you can only go as far, it's like Lower East Side Manhattan. And so you can go all the way to Broadway, and you can actually purchase on Lower East Side, the east side of the street. So I'm like, I want to get something on Broadway. So I'm clicking around, and it's a lot of stores, obviously, on Broadway. And I'm clicking all over the place to see what I can find. And I go to Street View to see what that is. And you have to see what I bought here. Let me turn off my my background so you can see this. You're going to love this. All right. I bought this. Can you see what that says?
I cannot see what that says.
It's Victoria's Secret.
That must have been pre-looted.
So
Victoria's
yeah.
Secret.
Yeah, I bought Victoria's Secret there on Lower Broadway. So
nice.
So there you go.
You're gonna have fun with that.
I mean, if you're gonna own something, you know.
I wonder what's Trump Tower going for, like 30 Rock or any of those big buildings.
Yeah, I don't think you can buy up there yet.
Okay.
I think those will cost a whole lot when.
Yeah, because it's not like in San Francisco you can buy like a little place here, a little place there. In New York City, they're big ass buildings.
Right.
Some of them take up a whole block.
For sure. All right. Well, get registered for NFT Day. I'm going to call it for today. Travis, I'm glad you were able to join us from Albania.
I cannot.
And
I kind of joined.
You did. So everybody be nifty, and we'll catch you soon. Lots of cool stuff going on. So adios.